2nd and 2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage.
What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel and you would like to support the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also, share this video, like this video, and please leave me a comment. I'll definitely respond to you guys. Well, Raider Nation, I've been getting a lot of comments about the Raiders, how they should go after Dak Prescott this year or next offseason, and that we shouldn't draft a quarterback this year and we should roll with AOC and Gardner Minshew, and next year go after Dak Prescott because he will be the highly touted, most sought after free agent in next year's free agent class. As you guys may know, Dak Prescott is entering his final year of his contract with the Dallas Cowboys. He takes his team to the playoffs every year, but I would love to stay the hell away as far as I can away from Dak Prescott. This guy doesn't perform well in the playoffs. He has a career 2-5 record in the playoffs, and quite frankly, he cannot win the big games. On Sunday Night Football, against the big name teams like the San Francisco 49ers, or against the Buffalo Bills, or against the Kansas City Chiefs, he just can't ever get the job done. And weapons is not an issue. He has Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. He's had CD Lamb. He's had great weapons all across the board. You know, Dalton Schultz. He has a great group of receivers and tight ends and even running backs. Last year he had Tony Pollard, and for the most of his career he had Ezekiel Elliott. I know Ezekiel Elliott has taken a big step off from where he was his rookie year. Every year since he came into the league, he has declined, but nevertheless, Dak Prescott has had weapons all across the board. Shoot, at the beginning of his career, he had the best offensive line in the whole NFL, and he still could never get the job done. He never took his team to the NFC Championship, and which makes me afraid that the Raiders would go after this guy. I would like to think that he is the same exact type of player as a Derek Carr. The only difference is that Derek didn't have a defense. Dak Prescott has had a top 10, top 5 defense almost his whole career with the Dallas Cowboys. He has had a great defense that knows how to take the ball away and rush the passer. He has had great opportunities to really go far in the playoffs, but he never does what it takes. He can never get his team over the hump. He always chokes in the playoffs. And like I said, Raider Nation, I would stay the hell away from Dak Prescott. Don't get me wrong. He is a better quarterback than the guys we have in our quarterback room. But our defense isn't as good as the Dallas Cowboys. You can make an argument that they might be neck and neck, but I don't believe that our Raiders defense is better than the Cowboys defense as of right now. With that being said, if he were to come to the Raiders, yes, I believe we would be a playoff team. I would believe that we would be better. But the end result, the most sought after goal for the Raiders, for the Raider Nation, is to win a Super Bowl, and I don't believe he could win a Super Bowl, whatever team he will be on. You know, you give him the top defense and he'll find a way to choke in the playoffs. He throws interceptions when it's most needed. Like I said, Raider Nation, he has had great weapons all across the board. Not to mention that the Raiders have great weapons across the board. We have a Devontae, we have a Trey Tucker, a Jacoby Myers, an up-and-coming tight end in Michael Mayer. Our running game is a little suspect, but I believe it is going to get better under Luke Getsy. But nevertheless, I would stay the hell away from Dak. You know, as you can see in the thumbnail, the reason why I put Antonio Pierce in that thumbnail on the face he's making is because that's how I feel, how Raider Nation should feel. I don't believe that we should go after Dak Prescott. Like I've been saying, is he the better quarterback than what we have right now in the quarterback room? Hell yes, but he's going to command a lot of money. Right now, he takes up more than 25% of the Cowboys cap space. That is far too much money giving to one player that just can't get the job done. You give that type of money to an Aaron Rodgers, to a Patrick Mahomes, to a Tom Brady, not to a guy that chokes in the playoffs. Yeah, he might win one game in the playoffs, but when it comes down to it, he can't beat the good teams. Just look at last year's playoffs against the Green Bay Packers, the youngest team in the NFL. He couldn't beat them. He was down 30 plus points in the first half and he couldn't answer them. So like I've been saying, Raider Nation, I believe we should stay the hell away from Dak Prescott. Like I said, will he be a better quarterback if he were to come to the Raiders? I believe he would be the best quarterback that we've had in a while. I believe he is better than Derek Carr, but he's just on the same type of level. He's not going to take you over the hump. He's not going to win you a Super Bowl. And when push comes to shove, when the game's on the line and we need a game-winning drive, he's not going to be able to answer the bell. There's plenty of quarterbacks out there that the Raiders could go after. I would prefer us to move up in the draft and maybe get us a Jaden Daniels. Shoot, I would even wait in the second round and maybe get a Bo Nix or a Michael Penix Jr. But the way that this draft is shaping up, teams get desperate. They all want a quarterback. A quarterback is the most important position of all the sports. And if you don't have a quarterback, really, you don't have a good team. Yes, I know defense wins championships, but you got to put points on the board in order to win. In the past, the teams that have had great defenses and don't have a great quarterback don't go that far. Just look at the last few Super Bowl winners. They all have a great quarterback. The Patrick Mahomes of the world, the Tom Brady's, Even Matthew Stafford for the LA Rams was a good quarterback. But like I said, Raider Nation, I believe the Raiders should stay away from Dak Prescott. I believe he will be a free agent next offseason. He's probably going to be the most sought after free agent. He's going to be in the same type of caliber as a Kirk Cousins. And what the hell has Kirk Cousins done in the playoffs? Jack shit. He's never won in the playoffs. He's never won a Super Bowl. Yes, he's gonna get a big payday next year, rightfully so. That's just how the market is. The quarterback is the most important position, and there's gonna come a team that doesn't have a quarterback that's gonna be desperate, and they're gonna give him a lot of money, and they're gonna go after Dak Prescott. As far as the Raiders, I believe we should stay the hell away as far as we can away from Dak Prescott. If you guys want a quarterback, let's go after the draft and go trade up and get us a Jaden Daniels or even a Caleb Williams, but Caleb Williams is going to be off the board. He's going number 1 overall to the Chicago Bears. So in reality, the Raiders only have one choice. If we really want to make a big splash this draft, we should go after Jaden Daniels. But the more and the more it looks like he might be off the board when the Raiders draft at 13. That's what I'm saying. If we want to go get a big quarterback, we have to trade up to the 2nd overall pick. Washington is rumored to go after J.J. McCarthy, but anything can happen. I've now seen reports that Jaden Daniels is being linked to the Washington Commanders, but who knows what can happen. Like I was saying in my last videos, if you haven't checked out my last video, go and check it out. I was saying that if Washington doesn't go after Jaden Daniels, if they do get J.J. McCarthy with the 2nd overall pick, then I believe the Raiders should bet the farm, trade with the New England Patriots at the number 3 overall pick, and go get us Jaden Daniels. But that seems like a long shot right now. I believe when it all comes to an end, I believe the Raiders will end up staying at 13 and drafting the best player available, whether that be a corner or offensive tackle, because we definitely need help on that offensive line. It doesn't matter what quarterback we have. If we can't block, if we can't protect our quarterback, it doesn't matter. He's not going to have time to throw, and he's not going to be able to run this offense proficiently. As of right now, I believe Aiden O'Connell is QB1. That remains to be seen if Gardner Minshew could beat him out. But as of right now, I believe AOC is QB1. And I believe the Raiders should stay the hell away from Dak Prescott. I don't believe we should even entertain the fact of a trade or even next year when he does become a free agent, because I do believe that Dallas Cowboys have had enough of him. I believe that they don't think that he could take them over the hump. I believe that as far as he's taken them these last few years in the playoffs, that is as far as he can go. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Should the Raiders go after Dak Prescott next offseason, or should we trade for him this offseason? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, and as always, Raider Nation, please subscribe to this channel. Till next time, peace.